StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of Mid-Rank Madness! This is a game between Megatron and OmbreNoir on Newkirk Precinct, and let's get right on into it. In the bottom right side of this map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Ombre-Noir. And in the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Megatron from WTSH with like a roach. Little roach spinny thing next to his command center there. So a ZVT here. This is a platinum level game sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of Mid-Rank Madness. And the person said, I'm not sure if I send this in right. Did I do it right? And the answer is yeah. Just attach your replay. Call it Mid-Rank Madness. I'll send them to my screeners. The best ones will be returned and put here for the castings. Alright, so we do have a low ground barracks coming in for Megatron. Very brave, although if he wants to wall off here, it makes quite a bit of sense. Our Zerg player is going hatch first, so it's not a pull first play. Those early lings are not going to be much of a concern out of Megatron here. Yep, there it is. About a 17 supply hatch. Next up, we do get the extractor and the pool if OmbreNoir is truly platinum. There we go. The timings are going to be good here in Mid-Rank Madness. Where things start to fall apart is when you come up against the enemy when you're attacked. And into the game where you're supposed to macro and micro at the same time. That is where people struggle. That is definitely where I struggle in the StarCraft 2, is remembering to go back home and inject. I do pretty well at it, but I can always improve. Can always improve in that mid to late game. So extractor done. Let's see the timings on these workers going over. You got to get them over soon, Ombre. Come on, OmbreNoir. All right, not bad. Not bad. Couple seconds late, but you know what? In Platinum, that's going to be acceptable. Going to be acceptable in my opinion. The Reaper Expand is here, and it's going to be a Marine. So by Reaper Expand, I mean one Rax Expand with a Marine. SCV coming out. I was like, is that a Reaper? Nah, it's an SCV. SCV is here to check things and see what is going on inside the Zerg base. Shouldn't die, as again, the spawning pool is not even close to finish yet. Well, it is close, but not there. Which means no lings or no queens for quite some time. Megatron says, all right, we see what's up. Nothing to worry about at this point in time. Marine count continuing here for Mr. Megatron and one refinery. No sign of two at this point on Newkirk Precinct. Sloverlord moving out for OmbreNoir. I have a hard time with this name. OmbreNoir. Which means man that is black? Is that what we're going with here? Something like that? I don't know. I don't know. Seems like kind of French and Spanish at the same time, but I assume that makes sense considering those are both Romance languages. SCV hangs around too long. Gets killed by a couple of lings there on the creep. Both hatcheries are getting queens. They should pop at approximately the same time. There's number one. Get that inject and a Roach Warren coming in out of OmbreNoir. Inject. Come on. Come on, OmbreNoir. You just got a queen. Inject. Did this one inject? This one just popped. Not injecting either. All right, so Overlord came out here into the open ground. Marine's probably going to kill him. Lings are trying to save him. Slow lings are moving across the map in slow motion. No, leave our Overlord alone. They're going to save him. They're going to do it and probably kill this Marine as well. Marine, run! He gets murdered by those slow lings. Slow lings are bad, except against like single Marines that don't micro at all. Then they're okay. They're all right. OmbreNoir actually tossing down a creep tumor first before getting an inject off. Did inject here. Eventually, probably just after I left. Spine Crawler coming up, Spore Crawler coming up. Really worried about that 5-minute drop. These are a little bit early, but you know what? Better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry is what I always say. It does seem to be Megatron is going for that 5-minute drop. Let's see here. Based on his Marine count, especially, he is tossed up a factory. Possibly a little bit late. I don't know. Speedlings versus Marines in the middle of the map, though. Good micro. Hey, that was some decent micro there for Megatron, making up for his previous lack thereof. No, Overlord. No, no, no. Don't leave the safety of that high ground. Now you can be seen. You were safe, dude. You're not making it home anyway. If they scan you, so be it. But don't leave the safe space. Couple of lings come in. Do pick off one of the Marines that was very low on health, and the other one, despite the micro, does end up getting killed anyway. So it's been a Ling-Marine battle here in the middle of the map so far. So far, the Lings have map control, which is an excellent, excellent thing to see if you are a Zerg player. Going for the lair, about 4 minutes in, just now getting that thing started. Combat shield on the way for Megatron. Is he getting a starport is the question. He's getting a reactor on that factory, which tells me barracks, engineering bay. What on earth is he not getting a starport for reals? Oh, there it is. Oh, thank goodness. All right, he is getting a starport. I mean, every Terran build needs these. They just do, no matter what you're doing as Terran, unless it's like a 3-Rax Reaper. Which, I guess if you don't win, you want to transition into a starport, but regardless, I feel like Ombre should be taking a third hatch here at some point about the 4.5-minute mark. He's on equal basing, right? 2-2 right now with the Terran player. He's got Lings, he's got Roaches, he's got Ravagers. It's 39 to 33 Harvesters, though. Megatron Looking good that way. APM. The Zerg player's APM is 250. What on earth? How? Hang on. I mean, I guess he's like doing a good job tapping back and forth between stuff. Finally going for that third hatch. Huh. Alright, third hatch here to the left of the natural. Again, I feel like it's a little bit late, but there's got to be a drop coming from Megatron at some point here. Eventually. He did not swap. He only went Widow Mines off the factory with the reactor instead of swapping the reactor onto the starport for double medevac. He is supply blocked, but making 4 supply depots at the same time to help remedy that situation. Going for +1/+1 on his engineering bays. And the Zerg player saying, alright, where's this drop? Anytime now. Anytime now. It would be real good. Not going to happen, huh? Nope, no drop even close to coming your way, Zerg player. Feel confused. I know that I would feel confused at this point. Third command center coming on for Megatron. Megatron has done 0 harassment on the Zerg player to this point. And again, it's MidRank Madness, so I mean, it's not like if you don't harass the Zerg player for the first 8 minutes, you don't die immediately like you would in a GM or a pro game. So there is some wiggle room here. Get a big enough army, get enough Marines and Marauders, with good micro, good medevacs, good stim action. Should do fine here against this Roach Ravager Ling composition. I just feel like you need some splash for those Marines. Some Banelings would be nice. Some Lurkers possibly. Very expensive, but not bad. Swarm Host as well could be an interesting option at the same time. Good inject there. Queuing up those injects. You'll notice the eggs popped off and there was another batch of eggs still there. So that is good. Good to see. Queuing up those injects. Pull the workers off gas here at the second base. I guess trying to get that worker count up. Or I suppose just going for upgrades. Infestation Pit. Morphing on in for OmbreNoir. Barracks popping up as well for Megatron. Dude, I need you to move out at some point. I understand it's a scary thing to go. Perhaps you're waiting for +1/+1, which seems fine. I guess you do Widow Mine drop over here. 2 Widow Mines, a bunch of Marines. Queen run. No drones. Get out of there as well. Widow Mine firing on one of those. And another hit there on the Roaches. Get in here. Get it. Gonna try to kill these handful of Marines. Gonna make that thing happen. Medevac, not quite sure where it wants to go. Perhaps gonna try to drop with these 4 Marines in here in the natural base. And does. I mean, doesn't actually kill anything, as it turns out. Forced to pick up and boost out there as well. Does he not know about the third? He knows about the third. Corrosive Biles trying to hit that medevac. Not gonna happen. Just absolutely never going to happen. Especially if it's one medevac the Terran player is directly controlling. Megatron perhaps could get an Overlord kill if he unloads right here, and he does, at the potential third base of OmbreNoir, but instead it will probably be a 4th base when all is said and done. Overlord says, oh no! Oh no, I know what's in that medevac. There are Marines, and he's absolutely going to die. There's nothing red coming up to save him. Probably would have been too late anyway. More spores, more spines coming in. Really worried about these drops, which you know what? That's fine. It's fine, especially when your reaction times aren't pro level. Getting some spores and spines against Terran is never going to be a bad thing. Tank on the way from Megatron. Third base going to land itself over here at some point somewheres. And there's a pretty big army here from OmbreNoir. He's got a bunch of Ravagers. Spending his money extremely well. Megatron floating about 200, 400 there. Minerals to gas ratio. Getting Tunneling Claws. Does he have Burrow already? No. So he's got Tunneling Claws, but he needs Burrow in order to really make use of those. So I'm not sure why he's skipping that. It seems odd. Hive coming in for OmbreNoir. Lings trying to knock down this third base, but all the Marines and Marauders in the world are here. Corrosive Biles trying to hit. Missing. Maybe he hit a medevac there. Not entirely sure. There's a tank at the same time. +1/+1 Marines and Marauders with stim are no joke. No joke. In response, OmbreNoir goes for 10 more Roaches. Does get a Baneling nest, which is good. Does want that Baneling nest to be a certain. Third base. You saw the third base of the Terran. It's time to take a 4th. Time to take a 4th. OmbreNoir here. Creep spread. Continuing to push across for our Zerg player. Getting, is that +2 ground carapace? It is +2 ground carapace on the way. Excellent. And +2/+2 for the bio. Just about finishing up here from the Megatron. Interestingly enough. Alright, so these players being fairly passive to this point. We will see if Ombre finds it in his heart to get in there and do some damage to the Terran player, who again has largely been left alone himself. Baneling nest about up, 22 Lings in production. I have to assume a lot of those will turn into Banelings. Getting Baneling speed immediately is OmbreNoir, recognizing how bio-heavy this group is. There's a couple tanks, but that is it. Couple tanks, and that is it out of our Terran player. There's a couple Vikings as well, but a lot of Bio, a lot of Marine, a lot of Marauder, a lot of Medevac in the sky, and why not? It's been a time-tested composition through the history of StarCraft 2. We do have some Vikings flying across the map here on the bottom. Going to kill these slow Overlords. Still no speed on the Overlords. Seems like bad news. Marine going to try to take down this 4th hatchery that's coming in all by his lonesome. I don't think he has enough DPS to make it happen. Overlords getting picked out of the sky by a pair of Vikings. None of them are running, and nobody really coming to assist them either. So, sorry, Overlords. It was nice knowing you. This Marine gets surrounded by about 30 Zerglings with +2 Carapace. +3 missile attack on the way. Holy cannoli. Pretty good stuff there. Vikings finding another group of Sloverlords here in the main base of OmbreNoir. Something's got to save these dudes. They're absolutely getting massacred. I've already supply blocked OmbreNoir, further supply blocking him. Trying to come to the safety of the Spore Crawler, but guess what? The range on Vikings is really good. It is really super good. 4th command center on the way from Megatron. Queen trying to stab those Vikings out of the sky. Corrosive Biles not even close to hitting their target because, again, super easy to dodge as it turns on out. So what are we at? 173 to 154 total supply. Megatron is close to maxed out. OmbreNoir is closer, but again, getting supply blocked at the 11-minute mark is not a good feeling. As it turns out, finally getting Burrow is OmbreNoir. He does have his Banelings. They do have speed and +2 ground Carapace. Harder for them to get picked off now. OmbreNoir feeling pretty happy about things. Feeling pretty happy about his composition. I feel like the Lings, the Roaches, the Ravagers, the Banelings. He's got some Overseers tailing along as well. But +3 coming up from Megatron. That is Pult level. Pult level upgrading, ladies and gentlemen. 11-minute and 45-second mark. He's 50% complete on his +3 for his bio. The timings have just been really good for this Terran player. Yes, he's left the Zerg player alone, but he's kept up in macro, forcing a land or a liftoff on that command center. The orbital command here at the 4th base, and that is a pretty good deal. Here we go. A lot of Marines here. Banelings need to get the Marines. No. Don't go into the main base. Go for the Marines. There we go. Changing their minds. They're getting some nice hits off as well. Roaches and Ravagers cleaning up what remains of this biological group. But, oh shoot, but there's a huge drop here in the main base as well. Megatron going after the Hive. Going to take it down very easily. +3 ground Carapace coming up at the same time. We have Lings absolutely laying waste to this 3rd base from Megatron. What is here to defend? A single Marauder here at the natural base. A Marine as well. Just, it's not enough. It is not enough. I think we have an official base race on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Normally, I would give this to the Terran player, but Ravagers do have the ability to corrosive bile stuff that is flying. So if they can make sure that nothing makes it out to the dead airspace, I think they could pull it off. Dude, you need to kill these buildings immediately. Corrosive biles are landing, trying to get, there we go, trying to get that starport, but it's trying to land inside the main base rather than flying for a draw type situation. Natural base gone for the Zerg player. Broodlings trying to come in and save it. Nope. Running for their lives are these drones at the same time. Lings desperately trying to get inside the main base, but these Ravagers are blocking the way. There we go. Get out of the way, you stupid Ravagers. Lings want to assist with their DPS as well. They don't have any attack upgrades, so they're not any better than unupgraded slow Lings, but you know what? Better than that than nothing. Double expanding is OmbreNoir to the 4th base of Megatron and his 5th base potentially as well. 3rd base for OmbreNoir running as well. Sloverlords trying to run for their lives, hoping that this hatchery and these drones can keep the Marines' attention for... Nope, doesn't happen. These guys are all going to die. Corrosive Biles, again, trying to get this orbital command so it can't fly out into the dead space because there are no mutas, there are no corruptors at all in the sky. OmbreNoir is horribly supply blocked, 75 out of 46 supply, but Megatron's out of SCVs. Turns out completely out of SCVs. However, he does have the ability to make more because he has 3 command centers floating at this point in time. You gotta... Oh, he brings back in the orbital command at the main base, lands it, immediately tosses down a mule, because that's what you should do, as the 4th base of OmbreNoir also explodes. Gone. Alright, so the buildings that we have are the constructing hatchery of OmbreNoir, 2 of them, and that is it. So OmbreNoir trying to find this army to murder them with his Roaches, Ravagers, and Lings. Can he pull it off, is the question of the day. He has a couple medevacs. He can save some of these units, but the rest of them are a little bit stuck in a corner here. Lings in the front, taking down that tank immediately. Excellent job by them. Roaches And Ravager's getting a beautiful concave and murdering everybody that's left on the ground. The medevacs tried to save him. They couldn't get there in time for most of those guys, and they're moving out to try to kill these hatcheries. They are trying to get there. Megatron needs to land all of his orbital commands and start. There we go. He is repairing his main one with a mule. The other mule doing nothing. Get it mining, dude. Get it, I don't know, land your barracks, start producing things. I understand you're microing your face off right now and trying to save your hatchery, or trying to destroy these hatcheries. Rather, Corrosive Bile's actually getting some hits there, killing a single Marine. Not incredible. A Banshee. Oh, Banshee was a beautiful choice out of Megatron. Getting Banshee speed as well, which is excellent. I think the Zerg player is in a lot of trouble right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Ling's trying to knock down this factory and this starport. Widowmine's firing, killing a couple Lings there, and OmbreNoir is not reproducing anything at this point in time. There is no reproducing. His hatchery is gone. He has a single hatchery remaining at this point in time. I feel like the Banshee could probably take it out all by her lonesome unless the Corrosive Biles can hit, and I'm not sure that they can. It's going to be a ring around the rosy moment here. Barracks does not get lifted in time. Oh, Megatron loses one here at his 4th base location. Banshee has found this base. You can make... No. Oh, boy. All right. Spawning pool is somehow the focus here. Corrosive Biles trying... No. They're all going to the same place where the Banshee was. Bad micro on OmbreNoir. More Corrosive Biles trying to land. You got to anticipate. You have to anticipate. Stop. There we go. Try to bracket it in a little bit. Banshee dancing all over the place, has not been hit by a single Corrosive Bile at this point in time. Trying to kill drones. Drone just trying to go to work, man. I only have 2 hit points, but trying to go to work. Corrosive Bile almost hit. Oof. Almost hits. Banshee with 6 kills to her name is just having a field day. Meanwhile, Ling's knocking down refineries, trying to kill what they can, what they are able to kill. Got some units in these medevacs for Megatron. They're not really involved in this battle. Has more units than these medevacs. Need to get in here and get involved at the same time. Corrosive Biles just not going to happen. Banshees are so stinking fast. Move speed is 3.85. A Liberator's here for Megatron. Setting up a defender mode circle. That was a mistake. Corrosive Bile. Oh, missed! Oh, no! He missed with the Corrosive Biles. Oh, no, that was not good news there. A lot of Spore Crawlers coming in. OmbreNoir, 1, 2, 3, has a lot of minerals in the bank. About 1,000 and 1,300 for gas. Another defender mode circle. I feel like for Megatron, it's going to be the end of it. There we go. Spore Crawlers done. And Spore Crawlers need to burrow in places, in strategic places around this area. Can they get there is the question of the day. Corrosive Bile's going to hit. Do they get the Banshee? They almost get the Banshee. They hit the Banshee, but that's about it. Liberator happily here. Happily here, and almost finishes off the Banshee. 6 hit points left to her name, getting some shots off on the Liberator as well. The Banshee wants to kill this spawning pool. Can she get it? Corrosive Biles again, forcing her to stop attacking. Stop attacking there. Spore Crawler landed. Okay, this is much more strategic than previously. So OmbreNoir, perhaps a little bit alive at this point. Wow, gonna abandon the base entirely now. All right, I've got Spore Crawlers. That's fine. Making some drones here. A queen would be super useful at the same time. Oh, the spawning pool was created in the perfectly wrong place, though, for these drones to harvest very effectively. Corrosive Biles trying to kill these Widow Mines. Got him. Got the Widow Mines. Excellent job. All right, so there are floating buildings left for Megatron pretty much. Megatron, to his credit, is not just trying to fly his buildings to dead airspace, but I guess OmbreNoir at this point is able to eventually tack up to a spire. I suppose that is a moderate possibility. Vikings, Liberator, Banshee with 8 kills. Sit in the middle of the map as well. He needs to consolidate his forces is what he needs. He's got 4 Ravagers as OmbreNoir. He's trying to do damage enough to these buildings to make them burn down, I suppose it is. But no! The Terran player has come on the back of this and is going after this main base. A quick lair tech by Megatron, and the base is going to... No, he saves it. What? The Lings show up just in time. 84 hit points left on that mutating lair. What is going on here? Overseer getting focused out at the same time, but no, does manage to get saved once again by the Zerg player. This is absolutely insane. Can they get the Overseer? No, keep losing Marines every time they attempt it. Every time. Corrosive Bile, dodge. Banshee, a couple more hits can probably take this thing down. One more does get it. Oh, gets the hatch. Clutch play out of that Banshee. Absolutely ridiculous play. Replanting the hatch is OmbreNoir. repositioning a Spore Crawler to assist in keeping that alive, burrowing one of his drones. Army coming in. I just don't know. Krosabile is chasing them away as well. So Megatron is now making SCVs. He has one. He's landing another orbital command at this top base on the right side of the map. Not landing it well, but you know what? Landing it is probably okay at this point. Ling's still checking for bases that they can murder or at least force liftoffs for. Right? Right. That's exactly what is happening. Checking additional areas there. Sending the army out again. I don't know why you're so brave about this. As larvae explode on the receding creep here at OmbreNoir's new base. Which I don't know he's going to be able to hold on to. This is absolutely down to the wire at this point. I don't see how the Zerg can win, but he keeps holding on. I guess maybe because Megatron's playing a little bit defensively at this point. He is building some more supply depots. There's a defender mode circle tapped up there as well. Overseer trying to follow this army, but they're so fast. So dang fast. Bringing the Roaches and Ravagers back to defend this main base. Seems like a solid plan to me. Spore Crawlers are bleeding a little bit because they're off creep, but that should be changed in just a second here. As pop, the hatchery does come up. And this drone needs to go to work. Really needs to go to work. Why would you land this? Why would you land these two Vikings? Are you a crazy person? Okay, lifts them up again. Oh no, the Lings found Megatron's base in the top right here. Going to take down 3 SCVs. Oh. Megatron is down to 4 SCVs now. Trying to make this work at this base with the debris over it just at the right of his main. And, I mean, the problem with this location is it's long-distance mining, effectively, which is not great. Okay, he is actually using his +3/+3 Marines. Wow. And Siege Tank to knock down this debris and reposition things, so that's a good deal. That seems like a rather smashing deal, if you ask me. Spawning pool is just about complete for OmbreNoir. There we go. Can make a queen. Again, I feel like that's a pretty good choice. Lings, burrow, roach moving around, burrowing lings into potential base locations. Oh, does he know about this one? He hasn't checked this. OmbreNoir does not know about the center of operations for Megatron at this point. I feel that's kind of a huge deal. Kind of a huge deal. Is going to send some lings back up to the base at the top right that Megatron is attempting to reestablish right about now. Vikings flying on in to kill these overlords. Again, it's supply blocking OmbreNoir. This is such bad news for the Zerg player. Trying to make yet another Spore Crawler to deal with these ever-present Vikings, it feels like. Throughout this game, a couple more SCVs get killed as they attempted to, again, repopulate this base at the top, this right side of the map. 8 SCVs to 4 drones right about now. Spore Crawler's trying to pop it in. Spine Crawler popping in as well. Spore Crawler bleeding, but is actually healing now that it's back up on this here creep. All right, 22 minutes in. Are we resetting this? Is that what this is? Making an immediate lair again is OmbreNoir. I guess he has a lot of gas, but he only has 100 minerals right now. I don't know how I feel about this as a Zerg player. I mean, I guess he's rushing to Muta, I suppose. Megatron trying to land an orbital command at his 4th base location, but there are 2 burrowed lings here. Not going to happen. Got Widow Mines being produced out of a factory here from Megatron at that location as well. And there's your lair. I just don't know what OmbreNoir's plan was, rushing to lair at this point in time. He needs to be continue making drones, making lings instead. Why? Why do you need lings? I don't understand. I guess Megatron is continually producing Marines out of these barracks right now. He's got mules as well, which is super duper useful. Income is massively ahead for the Zerg or Terran player. 1,200 to 200. It's the power of the mule, ladies and gentlemen. It is extremely powerful. Playing very defensively as OmbreNoir. Can't afford to lose any of these drones, is how I think he feels about this. Spreading some creep. Where on earth is he spreading creep? Oh, I guess he's got these creep tumors moving across the middle of the map. He scouted it! He scouted the base! Oh, he did. He sent a ling down, and he found the base that Megatron is building out of right now. He does manage to burrow a ling here, but then he gets scanned and killed pretty darn quickly. He keeps trickling lings, and I just don't know if it's a great idea. Here comes the army. This might be our final confrontation. Ladies and gentlemen, the Roaches, the Ravagers, they are here. They're moving on in, trying to take this thing down. Krosabile is going to try to land. It's a pickup and a run. Oh, Megatron is running right now. I don't know about this. I really don't know about this unless he's going for the base race, and I don't see that he is. He's just kind of hanging out. Right now, Crossabile is desperately trying to kill this Banshee with 9 kills to her name. She keeps picking off Roaches and Ravagers, which is excellent, but Megatron is back down to a single SCV right now. A single one. The tension is so thick you can cut it with a knife, and having essentially shut down this base of operations. Did he burrow a Roach in here? Is that what happened? He did. He burrowed a Roach right under where this orbital command wants to land. Just so dang mean. So mean. He's going Spire. He's going Spire. Ladies and gentlemen, with 4 drones and 73 minerals, he's going Spire. Alright, he's up to 7 drones now. That's good. Tossing down another Spore Crawler. I don't know. I don't know if Megatron's making the right decision here to keep retreating in these situations. Burrow Roach walks right into a scan and gets murdered. I don't know what OmbreNoir was looking at there. Oh, Widow Mines! 1, 2, 3 hits! Oh, he put Widow Mines just outside this main base of OmbreNoir. Kills 1 of the Widow Mines. Did he lose his Overseer somewhere along this way? He did lose his Overseer. He should really make another one. I know why he's going for Muta, because every time he comes to attack, the Terran player just picks up, and having Mulisks in that situation would be absolutely invaluable, like ridiculously good. But he doesn't, and so the Terran player just runs away. Crosabiles need to kill that Liberator immediately, and they get it. Finally, some good Crosabile hits. Coming up this ramp a little bit, but the Marines +3/+3, the Ravagers and the Roaches are getting cleared immediately, and that is it. OmbreNoir is out. OmbreNoir is defeated, and Megatron is victorious. Ew. Ooh, that was a good one. Ladies and gentlemen, a fun game of MidRank Madness. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed casting it, because that was excellent. Again, I feel like the Terran player could have possibly won a little bit earlier if he'd just been brave and relied upon his fully upgraded Marines a little bit more, but you know what? Better safe than sorry. Did not push it, did not risk things, and ended up pulling it off in the end. So, great job there by both players, and the Terran gets our victory today. So that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.